Commander Zethkara's mandibles clicked nervously as she reviewed the latest intelligence reports from the Terran front. The holographic display before her showed a tactical nightmare that defied every military doctrine in the Galactic Coalition's archives. In the span of mere solar cycles, the humans had somehow managed to turn a crushing defeat into an impossible victory. "Show me the Kepler 442 engagement again," she commanded, her voice carrying the weight of a species that had dominated warfare for millennia. The hologram shifted, displaying the frozen moment when everything changed. The Coalition's 7th Fleet had cornered the human task force in the asteroid field, a perfect ambush that should have ended the war. The humans were outnumbered 3-1, outgunned, and trapped in a debris field that made maneuvering impossible for conventional vessels. That was when humanity did what no species in galactic history had ever done. They adapted, in real time. "Impossible," muttered General Vaxthu, his reptilian eyes fixed on the display. "No species modifies their technology mid-battle. The neural pathways required for such rapid innovation simply don't exist." But the evidence was undeniable. The human ships had somehow reconfigured their engines to use the asteroid field's gravitational anomalies as slingshots. Their weapons had been jury-rigged to fire mining charges instead of traditional plasma bolts, turning the very rocks around them into kinetic projectiles. Most impossibly of all, they had networked their individual ship AIs into a collective intelligence that outmaneuvered the Coalition's most advanced tactical computers. The battle had lasted 14 hours. When it ended, the Coalition's 7th Fleet was scattered debris, and the humans had vanished deeper into the asteroid field, like ghosts. Zethkara dismissed the hologram with a gesture. "Bring me the xenobiologist reports on human psychology." Dr. Quillnet, a graceful Etherian with translucent skin, materialized the requested files. "Commander, the humans are unique. Every other sapient species we've encountered reached technological advancement by specializing. The Vorthak perfected energy manipulation. The Draenei mastered biotechnology. We Kithani achieved supremacy in metallurgy and engineering." "And humans?" Zethkara asked, though she suspected she knew the answer. "Humans never specialized. Their evolutionary path was chaos incarnate. Climate shifts, predators, resource scarcity, natural disasters, their homeworld threw everything at them. Instead of developing one perfect solution like the rest of us, they developed the ability to find imperfect solutions to impossible problems. They call it making do." The commander's third arm twitched involuntarily. Making do. Such an inadequate phrase for such a terrifying concept. "The implications are staggering," Quillnet continued. "While we perfected our technologies over millennia, achieving near-perfect efficiency in our specialized fields, humans learned to improvise, adapt, and overcome with whatever tools they had available. They didn't evolve to be the best at any one thing. They evolved to get better at everything constantly." The communication array chimed with an incoming transmission. Zethkara's blood chilled as she recognized the source, the human diplomatic vessel that had requested parley. "Put them through," she ordered. The hologram materialized to reveal a human female, unremarkable by Coalition standards except for the calm intelligence in her dark eyes. Captain Sarah Chen, according to the files. Former engineer turned tactician turned diplomat. Another adaptation. "Commander Zethkara," Chen said, her voice carrying none of the triumphant arrogance the Kethani expected from victors. "I believe we need to talk." "Your terms for surrender?" Zethkara asked, maintaining her species' traditional pride even in defeat. Chen actually smiled, a facial expression that somehow managed to be both predatory and reassuring simultaneously. "Surrender? Commander, I think you misunderstand our position. We're not here to conquer your worlds or subjugate your people. We're here to offer you something your coalition has forgotten." "Which is?" "The chance to evolve." The hologram shifted, showing technical schematics that made Zethkara's engineering background recoil in confusion. Ships that seemed to be cobbled together from dozens of different technological approaches. Weapons that utilized principles from every known scientific discipline. defensive systems that appeared to adapt their configurations in real time based on incoming threats. "This is madness," General Vaxthu hissed. "No coherent design philosophy, no efficiency standards, it's technological chaos." "Exactly," Chen replied, apparently having heard the comment. "You see chaos, we see possibility. Your species achieved perfection in their chosen field centuries ago. Ours never stopped improving. While you've been fighting this war with the same tactics and technologies you've used for generations, we've been learning from every engagement, incorporating your innovations into our own systems, and finding new ways to use tools you discarded as inefficient." Zethkara felt a chill of recognition. "The Kepler 442 engagement. You used our own mining technology against us. Among other things, your people invented those gravitational manipulators for asteroid processing. Brilliant work, by the way. Very efficient, very specialized. But you never thought to weaponize them because they weren't designed for combat. We saw tools. You saw limitations." The implications crashed over Zethkara like a tidal wave. Humanity hadn't won through superior technology or tactics. They had won by refusing to accept that there was only one right way to solve a problem. "What are you proposing?" she asked quietly. Chen's smile widened slightly. "An exchange. Your perfected technologies, our adaptive methodologies, your species' expertise, our learning protocols. We don't want to replace the coalition, we want to upgrade it." "And if we refuse?" "Then you'll face the same choice every predator on our homeworld faced when they encountered humans," Chen replied matter-of-factly. "Adapt or become extinct. The galaxy is a big place, Commander. There are threats out there that none of our species have encountered yet. When they come, and they will come, do you want to face them with perfected solutions to known problems, or adaptive solutions to unknown challenges?" Zethkara looked around the bridge at her officers, seeing her own realization reflected in their expressions. They were no longer dealing with just another species seeking conquest or territory. They were facing something far more dangerous and far more valuable, a species that had turned evolution itself into a weapon. "I'll need to consult with the High Command," she said finally. "Of course, but Commander?" Chen's expression grew serious. "Don't take too long. The universe doesn't wait for committee decisions, and neither do the things hunting in the dark between stars." The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in contemplative silence. Outside the viewport, the stars continued their ancient dance, indifferent to the species that scurried across planetary surfaces, convinced of their own importance. But something had changed in the Kepler system that day. For the first time in galactic history, a species had encountered humanity and lived to learn from the experience. Evolution, it seemed, was far from over.